Hello and welcome to this demonstration of the Reverbophone. So we recorded this song called Turning On To You by First Aid Kit. And we used the Reverbophone on every instrument. And we're gonna show you how it sounds and how we did it. So we can start with taking a listen to the full mix. So there you have it. And we can start with listening to the drums. So we have a kick mic, two overheads, a knee mic or verst mic, and one reverbophone in stereo mode. And the reverbophone is placed between the kick drum and the hi-hat, facing the snare. So if we solo them up and take a listen. So this is recorded in our small room. It's just 20 square meters, and but it sounds like it's recorded in a much bigger room. We can take a listen to the same bit without the reverbophone. So I take out them. And now we'll bring them in. So you can hear how easily they blend with the dry signal. It's a really convincing sound of a room. We can take a listen to just the reverbophone signal. And as you hear, we have a lot of low end information from the kick drum, so it really helps the kick drum get a much more complete sound, a big sound. And you can hear the cymbals is very smooth, and we can take a listen again and listen to the depth of the sound, how the drums sounds like they're far back into the room, and that's a very good thing when you try to add ambience, because we have a dry signal and that sounds good, and we just want to add the ambience, not more of the dry signal, just the depth. So we can take a listen again. So you get a very detailed sound, because the Reverbophone is standing just 1 meter from the snare, approximately, and but the sounds like it's far away. So we can take all the mics together again, and I will bring the Reverbophone in and out so you can hear what it's adding. So there you have it. It's a very easy to use. We just placed the Reverbophone in front of the kit. We set the time lever on the shortest length, so this is as short as it gets, and it's just blend to taste. And you can really use a lot of the Reverbophone signal to get more ambience, and it's still not overwhelming or masking the other sounds. So I will take a listen when I bring them far up. But for this song, maybe this level will be enough. So that's the drums. Then we can move on to the actually we recorded a tambourine and a shaker, so we can take a listen to those also. So we can listen to just the tambourine first. So this is a U87 and the Reverbophone, so we can just listen to the Reverbophone. And again, you can hear the depth. It sounds like the tambourine is far back into the room. And we listen to just the U87. Sounds like you would expect. And take them together again. So it's a really nice way to add some ambience to your tambourine as well. So now we can take a listen to the bass guitar, and we have a FBT 200 bass amp with the same U87 in front of it, and we have the Reverbophone 1.5 meter in front of the amp. So we can take a listen to them together, and I will bring in and out the Reverbophone. So we can hear the dry signal and the Reverbophone signal blends very nicely together. You can't really tell where the dry signal begins and ends and where the Reverbophone begins and ends. So it's really easy to blend. We can take a listen to just the Reverbophone, and same as the drums, listen to the depth, how far back into the speakers the sound is. So that was the bass guitar. Now we can listen to acoustic guitar. Again, recorded with a U87. You can take a listen to just the Reverbophone signal. And listen to the depth, how far back into the room the guitar sounds. We add the dry signal again. And you can hear some hiss, and that's actually the preamps we're using. The power supply was not having its best day and was giving us a little hiss, but that's the preamps, that's not the Reverbophone. Yes, we have a Rhodes piano. The Reverbophone is standing next to the amp. The amp is facing this way and the Reverbophone is standing beside of it. Yes, and now we can take a listen to just the Reverbophone signal. And again, same thing. Hear how far back into the speakers the ambient sound is. We add the dry signal again. Now we can take a listen to, we have some guitar solo bits. Yes, so this is actually the same amp we used on the bass, the FBT 200. The Reverbophone is standing in the same position as it did when we recorded the bass. So, and we doubled the guitar. Both the dry signals are in the center, and one of the guitar Reverbophone signal is slightly to the left and one is slightly to the right. So we can listen to just the Reverbophone signal. again the sound is far back into the speakers. We bring in the dry signal again, and I will put the Reverbophone in and out. So that was the guitar solo, and then we have some vocals. Same U87 again, and the Reverbophone is actually standing right behind me. It's not set to the shortest length. I think it was set on 2.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you. The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound, for my sanity tuning out as I'm turning on to you.
So that was both of the signals. We can take a listen to just the Reverbophone.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you. The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound, for my sanity tuning out as I'm turning on to you.
So a fairly short, it's more of a room sound, not a reverb sound. And again, the sound is so far back into the speakers, and that's a really good thing when you try to add ambience. So listen to both the signals again, and I will bring the Reverbophone in and out.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you. The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound, for my sanity tuning out as I'm turning on to you.
Now we can take a listen to just the Reverbophone signals all together. So that's how the Reverbophone sounds when used as a microphone, and we can take a listen to how we can use the Reverbophone as a traditional plate reverb. So now we have reamped the vocal through the Reverbophone. So we send a mono signal to the Reverbophone and get a stereo signal back, and it sounds like this.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you.
Take a listen to just the Reverbophone.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you.
So now we can compare the reamped Reverbophone sound with the live plate sound, and the biggest difference you will hear is, as we talked about before, the depth, how far back into the speaker the sound of the vocal really is.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you.
So this sounds much more like a room. It sounds like room mics in the room. Listen to the reamped.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you.
We can compare them when we use them in the song, and you will hear the difference. The reamped version has a tendency to take up a lot more space than the live recorded one. So this is everything with the reamped Reverbophone sound.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you. The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound. My sanity tuning out as I'm turning on to you.
We take the live Reverbophone.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you. The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound.
Yes, I'm back to the reamped. We can take that, the words I sing there, listening out to the sound, and when I get a little bit louder, you can hear a little bit easier.
The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound.
And the live plate again.
The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound. My sanity.
So there's quite a big difference there. And this is quite short reverbs, of course. We can print another reamped track, but we can put the length lever on maybe 5 or something. You can try that.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you.
And the length lever on 2 sounds like this.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you.
And in the track, with the length lever on 4.
You got me hanging on like the words to my favorite song. Like the night turns into dawn, I'm turning on to you. The wheels set in motion now. I'm listening out for the sound. My sanity tuning out as I'm turning on to you.
So it sounds great, reamped also. So that was the vocals. Now let's move on to, we can try to reamp drums. So now we have a reamped signal from the Reverbophone with drums, and it's gonna come very clear the difference in using the Reverbophone as a microphone or as a traditional plate reverb. So we take a listen to this. All the dry signals with the reamped drums. A big difference. We can take a listen to just the Reverbophone. So you don't have that low end information you get when you use it as a microphone. So if we compare with the live recorded. This sounds like a room. You have the big kick, the big low end, and you have the length of the snare, and you have very smooth cymbals and hi-hats. I will switch back and forth. So if we take a listen how they sound in the track with everything else. So here's the track all together with the reamped drum sound. Same again with the live Reverbophone. So it's a big difference between using the Reverbophone as a microphone or a traditional plate reverb. They both sounds very good and offers you two different sounds basically. So we hope this demonstration have given you a little better overview how the Reverbophone sounds and how you can use it and what is offered you sound wise. So see you next time.